Okay, so now let's get started with implementing the HTML method. Okay, and to HTML file basically. So to do that, if you have created a new file called index.html, then go on that particular file, and now we have to start typing our HTML code over here.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Okay, so the very first thing is to initialize the HTML boilerplate, and to do that in Sublime you can simply type HTML followed by a tab. Okay, so now inside the title, this is where we want to initialize our stuff, but for now let's focus on the body method, the body tag. And now inside of the body tag we have to basically first add in an h2. So let's put in an h2 over here, and to do that you simply type h2 followed by a tab, and then inside this, now let's put in the name of our project, which is Equation Finder. Okay, so then after the h2 we basically have to add in a style tag over here. So we have style, and now basically we have to put in the style as we go on adding in more elements inside our HTML. Okay, so now let's start basically adding elements in our HTML. So at the very first stage we have to add style for our body element. Okay, so over here the first style is for body, and over here we basically have to put in a padding on all of the side, which is basically some space left from the margins on all of the sides. So we have padding, and this is basically 50 pixels. Okay, so now we basically have to add in a div. A div is basically just a container on the screen, or a section of the screen in which you can put in different HTML tags. Okay, so we have a div over here, and now the div basically has a class, and the name of the class is plots. Okay, so now inside this particular class we have another div. Okay, so let's type in div followed by a tab over here, and now this particular div has an ID of data, and then inside of these divs we basically have two more divs, or three more divs basically. The first one is another div followed by, so now the class over here is caption. Okay, and now after inside of this div we basically want original data. So we basically want to show that this is the original data which we have created. Okay, so then after this div you have a new div over here. So type in div followed by tab again, and now this div again has a class of caption. And now basically we have the true coefficients span over here. So let's create a new true coefficients. So we have true coefficients over here, and now we basically have to put in the span over here. So span is a type of div, but it can be integrated into a single line. So basically a div, whenever you initialize a div, occupies an entire line, but you can have a lot of spans inside a particular div. Okay, so over here we have a span followed by a tab, and now for the span we basically have the class of coefficient. So we basically have COEFF. And now if you can recollect, inside the UI.js we basically have used a span over here as well. Okay, so it's kind of the same thing. So now over here this is where the span ends, and now we basically want to add another div after it, and now this div will basically have the class of a plot. Okay, so we have div, and now we have the class which is plot. So this div will basically contain all of our graph. Okay, so now with this we have completed the initial plots div. So now let's add a new div after this, which is basically the random div. Okay, so the point which I want to make over here is that in our final output we'll basically have three graphs. Okay, the first graph will basically contain a title and will contain the initial set of points. Then the second graph will contain the title, which will basically have the initial random equations or the random coefficients which will be generated in our index.js, and then we'll plot the graph based on those random coefficients to see how far we initially are from the expected solution. And then in the next step we'll be basically creating a final graph which will have the trained value of the coefficients and also the initial points overlaid on each of these graphs. Okay, so to do that, this is the first section completed, where we have basically shown in the initial coefficients. Okay, so then now we have the next div. So let's basically copy this and let's paste this over here. So now the class of this particular div, so this div basically takes in an ID over here. Okay, let's just build it from scratch, that would be better. Okay, so we have div over here and this div has an ID of random. Okay, so now inside this particular div we have another div, and this div has a class of caption, just like what we did over here. Okay, so after this particular div we have another div. Okay, so this div basically lies inside the plots div. So let's cut it from here, and we have the div basically over here. Let's close it. Let's go on a new line. Okay, so we have a div over here which has the class of caption, and then this will basically contain randomly generated coefficients. So this is random coefficients. Okay, so let's add another div, and this will again have the class of caption, and this will basically contain all of the coefficients. So now let's type in coefficients, and now we have a span over here. So now the class of the span is again coefficients. Okay, so then this basically completes our this particular div. So now after this we basically have another div over here which is called a plot, which was the div which we have created over here. So let's copy this and let's paste it over here. So now we have a plot created for our random points as well. So now after this particular div, let's create another div over here which will have the ID of trained. So we have div followed by the ID of trained, and now inside this particular div we again have two captions. So let's just copy this entire thing. Okay, and now inside over here we basically have trained coefficients, and now the coefficients are again a span which is having coefficient inside it. And now after this we basically have another div which contains the plot. So the class is plot. Okay, so with this we have basically completed the bare bones of our HTML file, and now all that we have to do is basically we have to link our main script.js file to this particular HTML file so that all of our program works in sync with it. Okay, so now we have a script tag over here, and we have script type is equal to JavaScript. It is okay even if you remove this, and we only have source, and source is basically index.js. Okay, so now by this we have basically completed the HTML method, and in the next lecture we'll cover the styling of all of these elements.